Hi, this is Josh from Spectral Searches with Jess and Sarah,
Hello.
and we're going to be investigating Ghost Road.
That's it.
That's it.
We're excited. It's really dark. It's spooky, and there might be animals. But hey, maybe we'll have catch some spooks.
Maybe there'll be ghosts.
There will be ghosts.
There you have it. We can go home now. Ghost Road is also known as the Mississaugas Trail and connects from Pine Point Road to Demerara Road, where we'll be investigating. Scugog is a township in the regional municipality of Durham, south central Ontario in Canada. A smaller Scugog township was also a historic municipality and a geographic township prior to the amalgamation that formed the current municipality. According to Alan Rayburn's Places Names of Ontario, the name Scugog is derived from the Mississauga word which means waves leap over a canoe. This refers to the creation of the lake of Scugog. Other sources indicate that it simply means a swampy or marshy land. The existence of two other lakes by the same name, neither of which was artificially created, lends support to the latter etymology. The history of the Lake Scugog can be traced back to the Ice Age, approximately 12,000 years ago. Ice, hundreds of meters deep, pushed down from the north, scraping and excavating deep valleys in the soft limestone of the area. At one point, the ice sheet split in two lobes, leaving a deep crevasse which, over thousands of years, received huge blankets of stratified sand, gravel, and silt, and would form the two rivers that were on either side of Scugog Island. Scugog Township is situated on the traditional territory of the Mississauga of Scugog Island First Nations. The Mississaugas First Nations lived on the shores of Scugog Island in the 1700s, harvesting wild rice from the shallow waters in birch bark canoes, and making the most of the wetland vegetation and woods for hunting and foraging. The Mississaugas are a branch of the Greater Ojibwa Nation, one of the largest native groups in Canada. When the first European settlers arrived, Lake Scugog filled in so there were just two sluggish rivers running north to the Scugog River. On either side of that is what we now have, which creates the Scugog Island. There were some areas of open water in the deeper areas of the canals. The rest was varied wetland with large expanses of wild rice, cattails, and, deep in the acidic colder areas, vast areas of cranberries. The current tract to the south, now called the Cartwright Lands, was a large Taramac swamp, beloved by deer and in the early days southern caribou. The original township of Scugog used to be divided between Reach and the Cartwright townships in Ontario County and the Northumberland and Durham County respectively. In the 1830s, permission was granted to build a mill at Lindsay. This required a head of water, so the Scugog River was dammed, bringing the lake up 10 feet. The first dam was destroyed, and the new dam, built further along the river, only brought the lake up to 4 feet. Lake Scugog is a man-made lake created by the artificial flooding in the 1830s. The flooding created an island known as Scugog Island. The island was separated from Reach and Cartwright to form the Scugog Township in 1856. In 1872, George Curry built a grain elevator, which is currently Canada's oldest grain elevator. The new township was part of Ontario County. Many areas of forest, plowed fields, indigenous settlements, and even newly built settlers' cabins were flooded by the new water level. Then, years of decomposition and swamp gas within the Scugog Basin provided a great area for breeding of disease-carrying mosquitoes. A native malaria made many ill. The native malaria was less vigorous than tropical malaria and did not result in as many deaths, but is still widely spread in the newly populated wet areas. The condition of the new lake increased the types of European-originated diseases that were spreading malignantly through the indigenous populations. The 1930s, 40s, and 50s saw Lake Scugog as a convenient and pleasant vacation area with hundreds of small summer cottages and tight, fun-loving summer communities around the lake. Slowly that changed. Cottages became permanent residents and desirable shoreline communities. The creation of the regional municipality of Durham in 1974 resulted in the municipality's restructuring of the various townships in Ontario County. The current township of Scugog was created through the amalgamation of the original township of Scugog, Reach, and Cartwright, and the town of Port Perry. To assist with the visualization of history, I've included a number of maps. Unfortunately, it is hard to find maps pre-1830, and the maps that I was able to find are less than ideal. However, here we can see pre-1830 the two rivers on either side of what would later be Scugog Island. Fast forward to 1930, and we can see the development of the area and how Lake Scugog was formed. And then again here in 1940. where not much has changed. It was, after all, only 10 years apart. And finally, our image of Scugog Island today. I go back to the origins of the area for two reasons. Firstly, to demonstrate that prior to Europeans entering the area, there were still people living here who needed to be respected and remembered. We always think of the classic ghosts from Victorian times, but Europeans were not the first people on these lands. There were different groups of First Nations tribes in the area which could have previously sparked disagreements, hardships, love, battles, and more. Secondly, I go back this far because it also further demonstrates the interactions that occurred between the First Nations people and the European settlers. Now, to get into what we will be looking for. Prior to our formal investigation, Sarah and I took a day trip up to Ghost Road to investigate the area and see what sort of equipment we would be needing. This drive was perfectly atmospheric for the pre-Halloween spirit. We stopped off at a local restaurant that is also said to be haunted as well, but did not have any experiences of our own. While it would have been nice to include the restaurant, its hours were less than ideal and it was quite a busy location. The drive from our home to Ghost Road was rainy, windy, and cold. And when we arrived, we realized there would be no streetlights or light sources for our investigation. It was also very close to horses, and so any equipment, such as the laser grid, that may disturb the animals would need to be avoided. It was also evident that we'd not be using any sort of method of ensuring flat surfaces due to being outside, and so moving of objects would be hard to accept as supernatural, and that EVPs would be hard due to the windy nature of the area. Yeah, it's pretty chilly.
Turn around, come back up. Oh, my butt's wet, babe. What did you get?
Interestingly enough, when we went to leave, both of us lost cell phone reception, and when we looked at the coverage for both of our providers, we both should have had good coverage. The most famous story of the Mississauga Trail, or Ghost Road, is the story of a young man that lost control of his motorcycle and died here in the 1950s, though other versions specify that this was actually 1968. There's a specific rock that remains at the location to this day, where legend says he hit his head, or alternatively, that his motorcycle hit the rock and he himself was thrown into a fence and decapitated. Some specify seeing white and red lights that are his motorcycle driving down the road. When asking psychics, it was said that the man was in his early 20s, with curly light brown hair and a gold-painted helmet. Some even say that his name was Don or Dave Sweeney. However, there's no official record of the accident. One resident who has lived there since 1955 says that there have never been any crashes on the road. It was also said that these lights you see are actually just the lights of the roads reflecting off of the lake, so this will be something that we will have to take into account while we're investigating. Others have said that they have found native artifacts, which is important to note due to the history of the First Nations people in the area. Some have even said to have seen ghostly images of native boys in their photography, as well as orbs, and some psychics even specify communication with native ghosts. There's also stories of dead children that are in the area that may appear as an orb and can communicate to some individuals. There were stories that if you sit in your car you may feel the shake of phantom hands or roll forward or backwards. And finally, there are stories that are actual demons in the area as well. So what type of haunting will we be looking for? There are two types of hauntings, residual and intelligent. Residual hauntings can have many characteristics, such as orbs, EVP sessions that catch repeated phrasing, the sounds of footsteps, apparitions that are disinterested in their environments, and opening and closing of doors, just to name a few. Intelligent hauntings can include many of these same phenomena, but will have intelligent interactions, such as moving items, communications over EVP, Ouija boards, etc. From the description of the different phenomena that have been recorded here, we have the lights of bike that may indicate a residual haunting of the motorcyclist. However, we also have documentation specifying communication with natives, communications with children, and even a documented demon. Furthermore, there's a physical interaction with the car shaking or being pushed or pulled. Finally, we are again near a body of water, so we will need to take into account elementals as well. So from all this, it looks like we're going to be primarily looking for an intelligent haunting. So with all that being said, it's time to go out and search the spectral plane. Oh. dark because like I'm looking at me. Sure. Yeah, especially if we're only doing like an hour-long thing. Such spook, man.
Yes. Ah! Oh, it's just Josh. This is for to get the brains out of the ghosts. This is to tase the ghosts. This is still shots so we can get drunk. This is also to tase the ghosts. And that's the kit. Ooh, look at how dark it is. I can't even see Jess on my camera. There she is. Ooh, an orb. Okay, that's Sarah. Look at how pitch black though. And I have the light on too. Ooh, it moved on its own.
Where is Jess anyway? She's just leaving.
Yeah,
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just put a mark on the tire, and then we'll put a mark on the ground, and then we'll be able to tell if the car moves, because the car is supposed to move. Kind of hard because... There.
What about like behind the wheel too? In case it rolls back, I wonder.
Doesn't really go too well on the... But we'll be able to see if the wheel moves at all, so... There you go. Okay. So, we're going to just start with getting some baseline readings, but there isn't really much to do baseline-wise because we're outside. So... Yeah. And I guess we're not going to do the holy water thing that we were doing before because everyone was saying that that was the issue why we didn't get any ghosts, was because we cleansed everything ahead of time. Alright.
See my videos turned off.
Ghost car.
I have 49
Minutes?
that I can record.
Okay, well, we can just do this kind of faster then. So we're going to do kind of stuff around here and then stuff around the rock over there as well. Yeah, outside.
It is windy. Okay.
Okay, baseline EMF here. Going pretty fucking crazy, actually.
That's freaky.
And then it's probably the car.
Oh. Okay, maybe we need
Maybe not. There's kind of reading like in a planar kind of way. So if you're not picking up this way, if you rotate it, you might get... It kind of goes on its own axes, so...
It is weird that it was kind of going crazy now it's not.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. I don't know if a car would cause that or not.
Here, Jack.
Are they? Did they just...
They stopped up there, so assuming that's exactly what they're doing. This is to protect them.
So at the car, it went pretty crazy at first.
Crazy.
At first. Okay, I guess this is just for the video. It is fucking windy as shit. So I'm gonna check off the it's breezy. Breezy. Not gonna bother checking off for flat surfaces because we're outside. There are no doors. I mean, we can check the temperature, but again, we're outside, so.
Oh, I can't capture myself. Are there any ghosts behind me?
It's cold out.
They can't really see me.
So I guess we need to decide what it is that we want to be doing. So, I mean, we can do the EMF kind of periodically, EVPs kind of periodically, but I don't know if Jess wants to do like Ouija board.
Come here. What else are you thinking?
Well,
I'm happy to hang out with the EMF.
the first thing I think that we're going to do is utilize these things that were provided to us by Crystal.
The beautiful, oh my gosh.
Moon cadences, so we'll use a nice protection one.
Shout out to Crystal Carsoni with Moon Cadence.
Here you go, guys. Now we're all protected and beautiful.
Is that ghost moon?
Yes, the wind. And then this is supposed to be for attracting things, so let's attract some ghosts.
Love it. Maybe we can.
Oh, it actually smells quite nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So, the other thing I guess I go through is just kind of explain to you guys. The one thing that people say is that they see the tail lights of the motorcycle that drives past here. Go, Spike. So the story is that there was a guy that was driving super fast down here because he wanted to see how fast his bike could go. And then the rock that's at the edge of Ghost Road over there, he hit it, and either he fell off the bike and hit his head on the rock. He hit the rock with the bike, and then flew off and got decapitated by the fence. Those are kind of the two different stories that people say happened. So that's why we're going to investigate that rock more than the actual strip. But apparently there's also lots of orbs, which you can't really see unless you're taping, obviously, and native ghosts, and apparently a demon that the native ghosts are battling or something. I don't know. So we got lots of different things that we can kind of look into, and also ghosts, which according to the Paranormal Academy, if there's ghosts, or sorry, not ghosts, kids. If there's ghost kids, it's usually an indication that it's actually a demon, unless it makes sense. We're outside, so ghost kids kind of makes sense. Yeah, so what else are we going to look at here? I did the temperature. I guess we can go and investigate the rock, or we could just hang out here, then drive further close, like back to the rock and hang out by the rock. We're driving that way.
Maybe hang out here
and
drive up to the rock.
So we did the EMF. We did temperature. Okay, would you guys like to do some EVP stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so.
You gonna talk to us?
Yeah.
Jess is good at that.
Jess, would you like to talk to the ghosts?
Is there anybody there? Is there anybody out here? Did you get stuck on the highway? How's that rock feel? Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
This didn't look like that first.
Okay. Is there anybody with us? If there's anybody here, can you talk? Can you say your name?
If you are here, are you the person that was driving the bike? There are stories that you're seeing how fast you could go. How fast did you manage to get your bike going?
Are you a man? Do you like us? Do you want us to leave?
Yeah, would you like us to leave? If you would like us to leave, turn this flashlight off. Imagine if it just turned off, though.
I'd be like, okay, well, let's go then. Bye-bye. Do you want us, if you want us to stay forever, turn the light off. You have it set to the touch thing, right? No?
That one doesn't do that. None of our flashlights do that.
I doubt that would.
It'd have to be a battery problem.
Yeah.
Well, but did you change the battery?
Oh, yes.
You know, when you do a battery
Yeah,
problem.
all the batteries are changed and everything.
But I know, like,
Everything's
with the touch thing,
The
it's
touch ones,
because
yeah.
ghosts, they often can do the touch, but not the full, like, clicking of the button.
There's also a lot of stories of children here. Are there any children here?
risk asking for the demons, man.
Are there any demons here?
Don't
I know. I was gonna say something, and I was like, I don't know if I want to mess with
If
that.
there is a demon here, can you please go possess my friend Eric?
Eric calls. He's like, yo, what the hell, man?
I can take pictures and stuff still, but it said 15% on that.
Yeah, taking pictures would be a good idea because of orbs and stuff. You can't really see those
Maybe I'll
without
take
pictures.
a few.
And because
But
you
it's
can't
saying I can't use my flash now.
Oh, really?
But I can take pictures without
You can
flash.
try.
Without flash, the orbs will show up, wouldn't it?
Better, right?
Well, the whole thing that in reality is that the flash is picking up dust and bugs, which is what everyone sees for orbs.
So
So
that's what I mean. Like, if we have no flash on, wouldn't that be if we see an orb?
yeah, I mean, it could be
Something.
better, yeah. So I also would like to point out that we have not seen any headlights go by, except for that one car. And also a fun thing to note is the other guy's ghost hunting over there. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when we're listening. If we hear responses, it could be that guy. Though,
Want me to flick this on again? I don't know what to.
yeah, sure. So it's just this big button in the middle.
I might just like walk around a bit.
Yeah, go for it.
I can't record myself.
Yeah, I'll walk with you.
I'm just walking around a bit with this
With the EMF.
EMF. I keep calling it just to see because I know sometimes there's hot spots, which I feel like we would know about in the readings.
Yeah.
I thought something up here. Let me know if I'm like too fast.
No, you're good. What, doing something?
It flickered like.
If there's anybody there, do you want to try to make this EMF flicker more again? Maybe try turning it left and right a bit. No, not too much.
That's weird.
Interesting, like a bug or something, or an orb just flew past the camera a second ago there.
He drives up and down.
Well, that's, yeah, apparently the bike is supposed to be a ghost guide driving back and forth. They say that you see his headlights and his taillights, so it must be going back and forth. But also, the people claim that what you're actually seeing is reflections off the lake.
Oh yeah.
But you cannot
there's no
see
lake.
the lake from here.
I don't like right here.
You don't like right here?
Yeah.
Well, if that's a motorcycle, I'm gonna shit myself.
It was a motorcycle, but there's a road.
No, I mean this because the car's coming back, right? Oh no, that's someone else. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not saying that just because that's what they say on ghost things. Like, I actually don't need it.
But I'm not, yeah, I only got that one flicker over here.
I mean, you do get stray EMF, like from cell phones and stuff like
again,
that.
Though.
In the same spot, eh?
Yeah, and it went, just kind of
It's
went,
interesting.
Like,
Oh yeah, right there, just did it again too.
Yeah, but this, yeah, it went like way up and then down.
Yeah.
Flickered right after you said, oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Are you with us?
Whoa. Oh my goodness. The guy on the motorcycle.
Are you a kid? Oh, guys, we're out of options.
Don't.
Are you a demon? But like, if you were a demon, would you actually tell us?
Do you like the guy in the hat over there?
No.
It's just the ghost driving by.
Yeah, maybe that's why it happened. He was just driving by.
But see how it went like.
Yeah.
It went full.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the car.
Okay.
Oh, it did again there.
Did it?
A little bit.
Just want us to leave. Do you want to stay with us?
I'm gonna actually get out of the road though. All right, well,
Okay.
let's head back to the car.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Okay, so our cell phones look like they might be setting off a little bit.
Justice isn't. No, yours is.
Mine's setting off like crazy.
So your phone's possessed. But you weren't close.
I'm
to
not
me.
that
No,
close
you
to
weren't.
you, yeah.
Like last time, you guys were just.
Yeah.
You weren't really moving.
This guy's definitely doing some ghost hunting up here too.
I think people just
They're
park
going
at the rock.
Yeah.
Oh damn! We're going to. Well, I guess we'll hang out in the car for a bit.
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
It's still going off a little bit.
I'm just trying to turn it a bit to see.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk? Let's talk to us. Do you want us to go in and use the Ouija board and you'll talk to us?
Is it going nuts?
Yes.
Oh, you gonna turn it a bit?
Jess is getting it. Let's talk to us.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Are you nice?
Yeah, you got some flickering going. Okay, so here's an idea. Let's not ask anything. Give it a couple minutes and see if it does that without any prompting. Yeah, it's like flickering just a little bit. Would you like us to head into the car now?
You have something to say?
We're gonna head into the car and use the Ouija board.
Would you like us to do that? Are you shy?
You like lost interest? Like, fuck yeah, do that!
I already told you yes. Did it hurt?
When you fell from heaven? Trying to pick up the ghost.
Did it hurt when you hit the rock? Josh has a specific fetish.
Yeah, doesn't pan out well.
Are you cold like we are?
It was actually kind of interesting. It actually got hotter over here.
Did it actually?
Yeah, it's like not a much, but a little bit hotter now. It's not like notable. It's like 0.4 degrees. So
Yes, it's also like Saturday night.
it's also like close to Halloween too.
Yeah, it's a peak time for
Yeah.
Ghost Road over here. Okay. Do you want
Okay.
to shut this off now for a bit?
Yeah, we shut that off and go into the car. That's the thermometer in the middle. Yeah. Let's just measure right here. 16.6.
16.6.
Right.
But I think you've got air on. Maybe we should have it
Oh,
off.
yeah, that's true.
It's probably gonna get colder.
Yeah, I assume that we're just gonna die. The screwdriver's in there so that you can change the batteries and the EMF if we need to.
There's someone right behind us.
Is there?
Yeah. The truck. And he's got this. He probably thinks that we're broken down.
Yeah, probably.
No, I don't think so. I think he's probably doing the exact same thing we are. He was the one that was over by the rock.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, we'll use his 4 ways right now.
No, he's like completely ruining our. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well, so if you think anything's happening behind us, ghost-wise, it's a truck parked
Yeah.
directly behind us. Yeah, I think they're. Did your mom bless Are
us?
they coming
Yep.
over here? Someone just left their truck. Yeah, they're coming out here. See?
Are they coming over?
Right there, it's not though.
It'll just be.
I think it's not going to work in the car because there's too much electronics
Is
going
it
on.
me?
No, it's the electronics. Like, you get close to the lights, anything. So this is going to be quite useless inside the
Well,
car.
it was useful outside at
Yeah.
least.
That's the card that came with
This is our
something else.
car-sized
Yeah,
Ouija board.
Yeah, you'll put both hands on it.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to do this in the car.
Just very gently, right?
Yeah, just very, very gently. And we're going to wait a minute to see if anything happens. As some say you just leave it at the G and it should start moving. Other sources say that you have to spell out hello.
Oh yeah, that's what I used to do.
So we'll just wait, see if it doesn't work. Then you say hello and see if that works.
It's hard because like the way I have to sit for this.
Maybe try spelling out hello.
H is here.
Where's H?
Do you move back to the middle?
Yeah, let's move back to the middle. When we were outside of the car earlier, we mentioned that we'd use a Ouija board, and you seemed to get excited. Would you like to say hello now that we are using it in the car?
Are you here with us? Is there anyone in here with us that would like to say hello?
Can you spell out your name? Are you the person on the motorcycle?
I feel weird energy. I don't know if you feel weird energy.
There's also apparently natives and children. Are you a child?
Someone's screaming.
There are
in the morning.
children being eaten by a bear outside?
Well, I guess we sent them to the right place because they seem frightened over there.
Yeah.
Are you over it?
Are you currently over there? They're saying that there's a house across the way that was flashing its lights to tell you to come home. Is that your wife or girlfriend?
Should probably ask. I guess they can say yes.
I didn't think there was a house across the way.
Yeah. Don't you want to talk to us?
Would you like us to give you more of an opportunity to answer instead of asking so many questions back to back? Why don't we just start with...
I was gonna suggest just leaving it, just
Yeah.
sitting with it and see if like any message actually, like if they
Yeah,
say a
maybe we'll
message.
just like sit for like 2 minutes and see what happens.
Yeah.
Is this another person doing it? Wow.
Yeah. Unless that's them leaving.
No, because there's some behind us.
Oh yeah, that was their
Yeah.
truck, right?
This is a unique experience because Jess has continued to use the Ouija board by herself. Our procedure does indicate that this should be done with more than one person, and many sources do warn about this. However, Jess felt comfortable enough to do this by herself. This also brings up an interesting discussion regarding using the Ouija board with your eyes closed, which will be discussed in our post-investigation discussion.
Alright, this is best. But we gotta say goodbye to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta say goodbye.
Okay. Let's do it.
Do you spell it out or just go down to
think
the
You can
goodbye.
just go down to
Oh,
the bottom.
there's a goodbye.
There's a
Where
good
is
bottom
it?
at the bottom there.
Here.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
We are
We don't wanna open
formally
any
saying
gates.
that we're closing it.
Do not want to open any gates.
And when you
Leave them
put it
open.
away, you have to put the planchette away from the board. Okay, we could try to do an EVP in here.
Okay. Let's do
And
that.
then maybe after the EVP, we'll try to
Go to the rock.
see if the car moves by
Oh,
itself,
right.
then go to the rock.
Yes, yes.
On that note, we are in the car now. So, if there's anybody here in this car with us, would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Were you on a motorcycle driving down this road? Are you a child ghost? Do you know that you're a ghost?
Did you try to talk to us through the Ouija board, but it's not good enough? Were you outside with us when the EMF was making... I was gonna say
lights?
I was gonna say readings, but it came out wrong. But you know what I mean. Were you
There
there?
were a handful of kids in the same area that we were, and they said they heard breathing and like there was someone behind them. If you are here, I guess, can you breathe excessively into this device? Just really hyperventilate in there.
Can you make the sound of your favorite animal? You're laughing. We're not gonna catch it.
Okay, sorry. Make the sound of your favorite animal again now.
He said the ghost said he thought you were funny, so, or she, he or she, or they.
Can you say your name? If you're a demon, I get it. You don't want to say your name, so can you just like say hi or something, or anyway. I just saw that message. Well, all right. We're going to put the car in neutral and see if you want to push us. So, just gonna make a note for the EVP that Jess is coughing a lot.
Eric says no, not possessed yet.
Okay, cool.
He knows
All
what
right.
we're trying. He knows what we're doing. You can tell. 'Cause
But-
I didn't say, "Are you possessed?"
I don't think, at least. All right, putting the car in neutral. So have fun pushing our car, or you can violently shake the car. Don't break my car, please. Okay,
See.
car's in neutral.
I feel weird.
I don't know. Wait, like
Ghost, just
5
so you know,
minutes like
my
this?
name's not Eric. Here,
Yeah.
can I see the name? Don't possess me.
I did
Didn't even
notice.
capture it.
No. I did notice before that there are a lot of bugs flying around out there. It's kind of interesting because it's cold out. Surprising there's how many bugs still flying around when it's cold. But I noticed on the camera I kept catching bugs flying, and like
Probably orbs, though.
seeing them myself though too. Like
Oh,
like that's a bug just flew past.
sounds like something skipped outside.
It does, doesn't it? Oh wow.
What?
We got 2 more cars behind us now. Car in front of us. It's a popular destination.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little bit of vibrating there, but I think that was just the other car driving past. Order backward or left and right?
Are we moving?
Because we put the line on the wheel so we can easily see.
Are you moving us?
Yeah, I'll get out, check, see if the car moved. Then drive down to the rock because there's no one there right now.
Yeah.
I think we can definitively say that the car has not moved. but we'll have to check the footage later. What?
Sounded like a motorcycle revving.
Oh yeah. So we're now heading over to the actual rock for
Yeah,
Ghost
whoa.
Road. All right, we are now at this rock over here. Is this the rock that you crashed into? Some say that you crashed into this rock, others say you hit your head on it.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a truck driving quite quickly. I will say this though, the sound really echoes.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be easy to hear a bike somewhere else and think it's right
Yeah.
here. Okay, back to that. Did you hit your head on this rock? Others say that you were decapitated by the fence. Was it this fence? Are you not a motorcyclist at all, but are you actually a kid? Do you want to play a game? We could play tag and you can touch one of us.
If you want to play tag, come tap my right shoulder.
Yeah, it's tag and you're it. We'll give you a minute or two to... Oh,
Yep, I'm going.
are you trying to say that Jess is it now?
Just as it.
It's kind of consistently going off though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's responding to like any intelligible point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a native of this area?
The ghost.
Were you part of the Mississauga tribe? This is the Mississauga Trail. And the land is still considered the Mississauga's people's land.
I'm it now. I'm absolutely frozen right now. Sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
it's fucking cold.
Yeah, you're shivering, eh?
Yeah,
It's definitely the temperature's dropped out here.
yeah. I'm going to okay, I'm going to turn this off now. If you are here, can you go and sit on the rock and see if we can change the temperature of the rock?
I'll also take a picture.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Did it change?
It did go down a degree.
Did it?
Yeah.
Our investigation covered a small area of Ghost Road, and in that small area there were always more than one investigative team present. This brings up other questions that we can't begin to answer. Are ghosts confined to the spatial and temporal realms of us? Can a ghost answer two people asking questions at the same time? Has the over-investigation of the area decreased the effectiveness? Throughout the night, Sarah took many photos. Unfortunately, her camera battery is low, and so the flash was not able to work. This brings up more questions regarding how orbs work, which we'll be looking at in our post-investigation discussion. In an effort to see if these photos captured anything, I attempted to enhance the photos myself. One photo stood out more to me than the rest, and it was this one here because you could see the skyline in the background. I realized that one of our earlier photos had the same skyline. I was able to overlay the two photos and line them up to get an idea as to what all these different light spots were. This area here that I'm outlining right now seems to correlate pretty directly to this tree line that you can see right here. Additionally, if you look at this light area right here, it seems to correlate pretty accurately to the face of the rock over here. These two weren't on the same angle, so I think this here is actually the fence that you can see over here, but just out of view. Finally, these smaller areas here would either have to be somewhere in the grass, in the rock, or potentially something such as orbs, or potentially an apparition, as other investigative teams have said they've seen things at the rock.
Okay, well,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, ghosts. And now we'll go see if you said anything to us.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah,
Thanks for the ghost hugs.
right.
Thanks
Bye.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
The initial research of Ghost Road covered many different phenomena. There's a cyclist that drives back and forth, there are apparitions of natives, apparitions of children, there's talks with demons, and of course orbs. In our investigation, we did not experience any of these in any convincing way. We also attempted EVPs to no avail. However, we did get many hits on our K2 EMF reader. Were these stray signals from power lines or cell phones? Was it a cyclist driving back and forth? Could it have been a demon playing with us? Or was it a child trying to play tag with us? The only way to find out is to continue with our spectral searches.